Hey everybody, welcome back. Day 7 in Tripura. We're into summer. We've just gotten the workshop up and people are waking up for the day here soon. Today we're going to go get some more Jotun blood and get some more people here, and we're going to talk about the workshop, how to set up jobs in that so that she keeps, or your workshop person keeps tools and ready for you and the other workers. So let's cover that real quick first, after I grab a drink. Gulp, gulp, gulp. And after I grab something to eat. If I do another one, it's going to waste that food because it can only go up to 100%. So in the beginning when food is scarce, maybe you want to min-max that, maybe you don't, it's up to you. But let's talk about the workshop. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to hit R to manage the workers, and that's where you would assign a worker. In this case, we took the one that had a rope, because it's skill in creating handcrafted items. And we assigned Greta to the workshop. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Q once you have assigned a worker, which is view tasks. And here's where we'll tell Greta, hey, you know what? I want there, let's go grab a smoker or two if we can. Or at least defend our stuff, because what they're going to do, we can't have a torch burning right now because of the rain. So what they're going to want to try and do is come and basically steal the stuff out of these bins. And, you know, we'd rather not have that happen right now. We worked hard for this food, right? Smoker raid is pretty brief. Care so much if they steal bark or sticks right now, but food's a little more valuable to us. Now what Greta's telling us is, so I'm employed at the workshop, but I don't have any tasks, which means, well, this is the cushiest job ever, right? Good job if you can get it. So we'll listen to her. People are up and working, so at this point they'll probably scare the smokers away. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, we're going to hit Q. And then I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Rope. I always want there to be 5 rope. Right? So now hopefully every time we ever come over here, Greta's going to do it. So now hopefully every time I ever come over here, there will be at least 5 rope in this small materials storage. And she's going to do that by running over there and getting fiber from the gatherer's pit. And she's going to make that rope. And she's going to drop it here in this bin. So she grabbed fibers, now she can work with those. She makes rope. And we have rope. So let's give her more jobs. Let's say, well, so we always want there to be rope. We always want there to be a couple stone blades. So let's say 5 of those. We always want there to be a large stone axe. That's going to take sticks, blades, and rope, all things that she has availability of now. So we're going to say always have an axe on hand. Always have a large pickaxe on hand. Always have a knife, because the hunters will need that. Builders will need a hammer. Everybody will need hose. Can't build a wooden rake until we have a farm built. We can build a road maker, which why not? And we can't do a fishing rod until, oh, we can do a fishing rod, so let's go ahead and do that because we're going to have a fisherman soon enough. Also tell her, hey, I always want there to be a bow. And I always want there to be 10 arrows here. Lastly, a spiked club, which is what we're using. And now what we've done is we've told her, here are the things that we want to be on hand all the time. And if you want one of those to be more important than others, say if you want to make sure that the bow gets made before anything else, you just drag it up here, like that. And if you say, well, I want arrows to be there as well, click and drag that right below the bow. In my case, I'd like an axe and a pickaxe to be the most important things. And this rack right back here, we go ahead and we click T on that, and that's going to show us what's in stock, and this is stuff she's already made. So we can put our pickaxe on the rack, and we can grab this nice fresh one, and we can put our stone axe up there. We can't yet because she hasn't made that. She's got a knife for us, which we already have. She's got a bow, but no arrows yet, so that'll be soon. So we'll come back when there's arrows, and then we'll have a bow and arrows as well. We can always make those if we wanted to, down here on our build menu, under flimsy short bow, under weapons. As she puts things up here, the view of it will update, so you can sort of see what's there by just looking. Okay, so now we've set up our worker there. You can do the same thing over here. It was Q over there, it's Q over here. And again, the same thing, although we can't click and drag these because we're setting our priority on the right-hand side, which is the same for the stonecutter's hut. We can say, well, hey, we want, fill up the large stone first, or we can say fill up the small stone first. And what that means is if he's got 7 large stones lying around and no small ones, he's going to break some of these down to make small ones until the small is full, and then he's going to fill up the large. Considering that right now everything we're building mostly takes small stones, maybe that's worthwhile, especially since she's got to make a bunch of stuff with blades. So see how he has 5 small stones in here. We'll put ours in with it. But he's got a bunch of bigs. He's full up on bigs. So what he might just do now is take one of those bigs out, break it down, and put it into smalls if he can't find any smalls out there to go get. Okay, so she's working on that. Our bow is there. Our large axe is here, so we'll go ahead and take our axe and put it away and bring this axe out. And we're going to throw our hammer up there and take a fresh one, because why not? It's all about us anyways, right? The hoe is kind of beat up, and she's got our arrows made there too. So now we'll go ahead and take the bow, and we'll take those arrows and put them in our quiver here. And now she's going to say, oh, well, now there's no bow, so now I got to make one. So she'll go ahead and make another one, so there'll always be a bow sitting there. Once we get a hunter done, then they'll go get the bows, arrows, and knives from her with which to work. So we have a big pickaxe now, so let's go get some more blood and get another person on the way. Our builder is sort of standing around, so let's take a moment and get another shelter built for this new person that we're about to get. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to hit L, and I'm going to do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do one more. 8. Now with our large axe, we did not used to be able to chop down these big trees, but now we can. So now I can come down here to this tree and get it out of our way. Except now the lumberjack will be able to do this as well, because now he'll be able to trade in his small axe for a large, and he'll be able to chop down big trees as well. In fact, I'm just going to leave that for him, because what he can't do is go get us Jotun blood. Now that we have a big pickaxe, we break this a little bit faster. Unfortunately, this is not Minecraft, and we can't get Fortune 3 on this pick. I wish we could. So that's one that we picked up, one we had. We have 2. We need 5 for the next villager. Let's see if we can collect 10 total while we're out on this trip. Need 7 more. That'll be a 3 and 2 2s. The very first shard we broke in this game on this save was 4, surprisingly enough. So unless I'm seeing something, 4 is possible, albeit a very slim chance. There's one. There's our next one. Just to give the stone cutter a hand, since we don't really have a weight penalty in the game, might as well grab these stones since we're not out here looking to bring back an entire inventory worth of shards, worth of blood bits. I think we have 5 now. 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. We're hoping for 10, so I need 5 more inventory slots. We have 9. So it's not a problem if we pick up some stone. I'm getting thirsty. Well, tip your head back and open your mouth, and you will get a mouthful of water, as it is currently raining. Oh, whoops. Easy to pick that up by accident. Alright, so that's 7. Now we just need our triple. There we go. That's going to be at least 3, since we've got 2 so far. And on the one we got 4, it dropped 2 on the very last hit. Well, just 3 this time. Call it a day. Head back, grab that rock as long as we're going by. Grab feathers as long as we're going by. Grab a drink as long as we're going by. Inventory in this game is much more limiting than other games of this nature, with inventory slots and hotbars and so on. The way they did inventory here is really significantly different with small, medium, and large items. So anytime you're moving between 2 spaces, if you can bring some extra inventory items with you, you might be saving yourself a trip in the future, so it might be worth it. You'll have to make that decision each time, but walking by this, it only takes me a second to stop and just pick it. And I've got a few inventory slots left that I could put stuff in there, so it's worth it to me. I'm going to come here and check these, pin 1, pin 2, and pin 3. And all three of them, they're waiting for rope. So now she should have been taking care of rope over here. We go and we check and we see that there's none there, and that probably means that she has no fiber available to her. So that's going to be a problem early on. It's not a problem for us. We'll just come over here, open it. There's our blood. We're waiting for that. So hit your map key and then zoom out. Look for where this invasion spawner is. Up top you can see the red circle. So that tells you what direction they're going to come from. It makes it really easy just to walk out that direction and meet them head on rather than looking around wondering where they're going to show up. Then use your radar, the resource finder, and you're looking for the red. There it is. And it looks like it's going to be whites again. That's fine. They're pretty straightforward. When you're stunned like that, you can do your right-click attack. Particularly useful when they're stunned. I got hung up on that torch there, so you do want to make sure you have a little bit of room to run around. The rolls are really effective in this game, but do make sure you have room to do them. To do a roll, you're just going to move a particular direction and tap the run key for a second. If you're going and you push run, you run, but if you tap it, you roll instead. Sideways run, let off, tap. Very intuitive. I like it better than the roll in some games. So that's going to take a minute for the next wave. It's 11:15 in the evening, so there'll probably be at least a couple more waves. But we're going to go here for right now. And what happened to all that bark? So you see how it says cannot deposit more, but there is no bark here. There is bark. It's just having trouble updating that apparently. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to shift. We had 246 rope we needed, so that's 12 fiber. So I'm going to watch that fiber in my upper left corner. It's at 11, and of course it jumps to 13 because that's how it works. My button is sticking on my controller for hitting escape out of something. So I'm going to go 10, and then a single, and then I'm going to come over here and go rope, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to hit my radar. Look for red. I'm going to come over here and hammer on these. Keep my view off in that direction. Get another wave, which I expect we will, then I'll show you a trick that I've used to good effect. So now we see that we need bark for days, 24 bark. Come over here and open this up. First of all, we only have 3 available slots in our inventory, so I'm going to have to drop something here on the ground. I'll come over, I've got a couple sticks, so I'll come over here and deposit in the stick bin. So now I've got a couple more slots available. Come over here and apply that. Hit my radar again. Keep doing that. Keep looking for red over there. And no bark left. Just that one. So we'll either wait for the woodcutter to generate more bark tomorrow, or we go looking for bark right now. Considering that we're still in a blood moon, I don't want to go too far. The exclamation point over the barbecue is telling us that there's nobody working that station, just like a shelter would tell us there was nobody assigned to that shelter. So we can ignore that unless we really want there to be a barbecuer. It's just telling us, hey, you've got a workstation here that has nobody working at it. Oh, one more bark that we can pick up, but not until I drop that firewood that I accidentally grabbed. Hit your scanner again. If you really want to, you can, since you can see it on the map where that is, you can put your marker right next to it. You basically just run over there, and the moment they spawn, you'll be standing right there to beat on them. If you just want to keep them completely away from your stuff. Alright, we have 2 bark to apply to that. We need 6 left. Hit our scanner again. I don't see anybody coming. And 6 bark. Since I don't think we're going to find any more scattered around, we'll just go ahead and start taking down some of the big trees that we need to. I'm going to keep myself facing in that direction so I can see them coming. Blood moon ends as soon as the day flips, so we might not get another wave tonight. Sometimes blood moons start late, sometimes they start early. I've seen one start literally seconds before the new day, so we got no mobs at all. I'm sure they spawned back at the portal, but they never reached us before the day flipped. So they just ran back and vanished. You can hit your radar while you're doing other things. You can also, once you're chopping on something, you can look around. Just continue to hold that R. So we need bark. We need 4 more. It's going to be 2 of these long sticks chopped up. Well, it's a pretty good chance we're not going to get another wave tonight. I thought we might get 2, but it's pretty early in the game for us to get 2, so not surprising. One more scan before we walk away. Nothing. 520. Yeah, there we go. So I'll apply that bark. I'll call it there. Next session, we're going to right off the bat run over and start the next citizen on the way. I think we should be able to get both of them out tomorrow. And we're going to start looking at what happens after the workshop. Probably want to get all of the 3 gathering places, the gather pit, the woodcutter pit, and the stonecutter pit up to hut level so that we can get our farm down, because we do have somebody who's good at farming, so that we can get flax production underway and also some crops out of it to augment the gatherer. We definitely want to get a hunter's hut up and working soon so that we have meat coming in and we can turn all those smokers into something useful. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good time. This is Ace. I'll see you in the next session. Signing off.